The traditional classroom, a concept that has remained largely unchanged for over a century, is currently undergoing a profound transformation. As technological advancements accelerate at an unprecedented rate, the fundamental structures of learning, teaching, and knowledge acquisition are being reimagined for a new era. The future of education is not merely a digital version of the present, but a radical departure from standardized curriculum toward a personalized, continuous, and globally integrated experience. This shift is driven by the necessity to prepare individuals for a world where the only constant is change, and where the skills required today may be obsolete by tomorrow. At the core of this transformation is the integration of artificial intelligence into the learning process. Artificial intelligence is no longer a distant possibility, but an active participant in the classroom, acting as a personal tutor for every student. Unlike a human teacher who must manage a large group, an artificial intelligence system can analyze the specific learning patterns, strengths, and weaknesses of an individual in real time. It can adjust the pace of information delivery, providing more depth where there is interest and more support where there is struggle. This level of hyper-personalization ensures that no student is left behind because the pace is too fast, and no student is bored because the pace is too slow. The physical environment of learning is also evolving. The concept of a school as a specific building where students gather at set times is gradually giving way to a more fluid understanding of educational spaces. Virtual and augmented reality are breaking down the physical barriers of the classroom, allowing students to explore historical sites, conduct complex scientific experiments in a safe digital environment, or visit distant planets without leaving their desks. These immersive technologies make learning experiential rather than just theoretical, turning abstract concepts into tangible experiences that are much easier to understand and remember. As the delivery of education changes, so too does the role of the educator. The teacher is transitioning from a primary source of information to a facilitator of learning. In a world where the sum of human knowledge is available at the touch of a button, the value of an educator lies in their ability to guide students through the process of critical thinking, problem-solving, and ethical reasoning. They help students navigate the vast ocean of information, teaching them how to distinguish between credible sources and misinformation, and how to apply what they learn to real-world challenges. The curriculum itself is becoming more dynamic and modular. The rigid division of subjects like mathematics, science, and history is being replaced by interdisciplinary learning that reflects the complexity of the modern world. Students are increasingly engaging in project-based learning, where they apply multiple disciplines to solve a single complex problem. This approach not only makes learning more relevant but also fosters creativity and collaboration, skills that are highly valued in the modern workforce. The credentialing system is another area seeing significant change. For decades, a university degree has been the gold standard of education, but this is being challenged by the rise of micro-credentials and skill-based certifications. In a fast-moving economy, employers are often more interested in what a person can do than what degree they hold. This has led to a surge in short, intensive courses focused on specific, high-demand skills. These bite-sized pieces of education allow individuals to upskill or reskill throughout their lives, making lifelong learning a practical reality rather than just an ideal. Accessibility and equity remain some of the biggest challenges, but also some of the biggest opportunities in the future of education. Digital platforms have the potential to bring high-quality education to the most remote and underserved parts of the world. With a mobile device and an internet connection, a student in a rural village can access the same lectures and resources as a student in a major city. However, bridging the digital divide is essential to ensure that these technological advancements do not widen the gap between the privileged and the marginalized. The integration of data analytics into education allows for more nuanced understanding of student progress. Predictive analytics can identify students who are at risk of falling behind long before it happens, allowing for early intervention. This data-driven approach also helps institutions refine their teaching methods and curriculum based on what actually works, creating a continuous feedback loop that improves the quality of education for everyone. Social and emotional learning are gaining prominence as we recognize that education is about more than just cognitive development. In an increasingly automated world, human skills like empathy, resilience, and emotional intelligence are becoming more important than ever. Future educational systems are placing a greater emphasis on the well-being of the student, recognizing that a healthy mind and body are essential foundations for effective learning. Collaborative learning is taking on a global dimension. Through digital platforms, students from different cultures and backgrounds can work together on projects, gaining a global perspective that was previously difficult to achieve. This cross-cultural exchange fosters a sense of global citizenship and prepares students to work in an increasingly interconnected international workforce. The concept of time in education is also being redefined. The traditional academic calendar with its long summer breaks and set graduation dates is becoming more flexible. Students can progress at their own speed, taking as much or as little time as they need to master a subject. This competency-based approach ensures that a student truly understands a topic before moving on to the next, rather than just passing a test and moving on regardless of their actual level of comprehension. Technology is also revolutionizing the way we assess learning. Standardized testing, which often rewards rote memorization, is being replaced by more authentic forms of assessment. Digital portfolios, simulations, and real-world projects provide a more comprehensive picture of a student's abilities and potential. These assessments focus on the application of knowledge rather than just the recall of facts. The cost of education is a major concern globally, and technology offers ways to make learning more affordable. Open educational resources, such as free online textbooks and courses, are reducing the financial burden on students. Additionally, the ability to learn remotely reduces the need for expensive physical infrastructure and housing, making higher education more accessible to a broader range of people. As we look toward the future, the boundaries between work and learning will continue to blur. Companies are increasingly becoming educational providers, offering on-the-job training and continuous development programs. This symbiotic relationship between industry and education ensures that the skills being taught are directly aligned with the needs of the labor market. Neuroscience is also playing a role in shaping the future of education. By understanding how the brain learns, educators can develop more effective teaching strategies. For example, insights into the importance of sleep, nutrition, and physical activity on cognitive function are being integrated into school schedules and environments to optimize learning conditions. The future of education is characterized by a shift from a one-size-fits-all model to a highly individualized and flexible system. It is a future where learning is integrated into every aspect of life, and where technology serves as a powerful tool to expand human potential. While challenges remain, the potential to create a more inclusive, effective, and engaging educational experience for all is within our reach. In this evolving landscape, the focus is shifting from what to learn to how to learn. The ability to adapt, to unlearn old habits, and to constantly acquire new knowledge is the most important skill a student can possess. The future of education is not a destination but a continuous journey of discovery and growth, empowered by innovation and driven by the human desire to understand the world. The democratization of knowledge through the internet has already changed the world, but the next phase of this evolution will be even more transformative. As we move away from the centralized structures of the past, education will become more decentralized, personalized, and deeply embedded in the fabric of our daily lives. This is the promise of the future of education, a system that empowers every individual to reach their full potential and contribute to a better, more informed world. The evolution of education is an ongoing process, shaped by cultural shifts, economic needs, and technological breakthroughs. As we move forward, the focus will remain on creating learning environments that are not only efficient, but also inspiring, fostering a lifelong love of learning in every individual. The tools and methods may change, but the core objective remains the same: to equip people with the knowledge and skills they need to navigate and thrive in an ever-changing world.